Howdy, folks. Brainstorm here. Sort of a impromptu live stream session. Had the house to myself for a little while, and you'll have to forgive the mess as usual in the background. And didn't have any plans. I got home early from work a little bit, and yeah, we're here. We'll see who wants to join us. I've been holding on to these Sweetarts ropes, these twisted Rainbow Puinch. I'm going to do a short on these like I do a lot of shorts. But today, we might just do them on the live stream. Why not? They're certainly colorful. Look at that. Sweetart ropes, tangy strawberry, soft and chewy. If you like these, you'll love all the Sweetarts. You know, I like the Sweetart ropes cherry. Those are really good. But these twisted Rainbow Puinch, when I saw those, I was like, yeah. You know, they got a lot of different flavors, a lot of different things these days. But today is not really in any specific subject matter and specific type thing. I just thought, hey, we'll get on here for a while till all the fam comes rushing back into the house. And then we'll just call it a night. But if anybody wants to get on and chat, I didn't promote this ahead of time. I didn't have any other idea other than just coming on here and chit-chatting with y'all. Hey, Dead Cave. Good to see you. If you'd like to join me on the StreamYard, you can click that link I posted there in the chat and come on and chit-chat with me for a while if you want, if you're up for it. I don't know how long I'll be on tonight. Probably not too super long. But I haven't done the real deal with Shauna Davis. I've been great. Shauna, how are you been tonight? All right, this past week. It's been a little rough, honestly. Getting anything done on YouTube these days, it's just a little bit rough. The summer is getting really busy. It's gearing up, and we've just been busy at work, and I've been like, no rest for the weary, right? I've got, happy Father's Day to you as well. It's always good to see y'all, and when y'all come in, I didn't expect many people at all, just kind of impromptu, and I really appreciate y'all stopping in. I forgot it was Father's Day, and someone reminded me. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. So, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It always reminds me of my dad and all the good times I had with him. I lost him probably 10 or so years now. It's been pretty good. That's great. I'm glad it's been good. It's good. You staying productive. I hope everybody's staying productive and creative in this crazy world we're living in. Thank you so much. Where we will be sometimes without our fathers, right? They're especially the greatest examples that we can have in life. And if you're a father and you know how the responsibility it is to be a good example, a good role model, a good good model, just is the better. I mean, it's the best thing I can say to our children. It is. The dads, some dads make it look easy, don't they? My dad sure did. And but behind every good dad is an even better mom. I'm convinced of that. That's for sure. I had a great mom. I have a great mom. Hey, Heath. I was wanting to get a hold of you. Frontier Survival. Thanks for coming on. I want to get a hold of you because maybe next Thursday, I'll probably have the same amount of time. Let's say 9 p.m. Central Time. I can come on your show. And if you'd like to come on my show, I'll post that link again. If anybody wants to come on, let's go to StreamYard. Click on that link, and you can come in and chit-chat with me for a few minutes. But yeah, I'm going to get with you, Heath, about getting with you maybe next Thursday. It seems like I get off early sometimes on Thursday. And maybe about, like I said, 9 o'clock, we can do this 9, 10 p.m. maybe. It depends. We'll hound out the details, but for next week, if that sounds good to you. But I definitely would. It's getting dark outside. I definitely want to get on your show. Yeah, I understand that, man. I'm ready for myself. I'm usually working late. Sorry, somebody's texting me. I'll have to get back to them later. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there again, like we said. Ooh, can you tell I'm just all over the place tonight? I just wanted to get on here live. I mean, that's what those lives are for, right? Just chit chat. This is my live stream number 5, the brainstorming sessions. We're not going to do any much brainstorming. I got a lot of things I need to catch up on. I've got some presents. I got this ghost pepper. Look at that sucker. Whole ghost chili pepper from Wicked Tickle. I've shown you all these before. Ooh, I also got recently one of these little nitro world's hottest gummy bear deal. We're going to get that done pretty soon too. And also got a present from Randy and Vaughn that I need to get to as well. That 100-year-old egg. Yeah, that'll be something that texture wise. Oh, cool. I'd love to join in. The more the merrier. I better text this person back. I apologize, y'all. I hate it when someone asks you a question and you don't get an answer right away. That's kind of rude though. I'm eager to try these. Has anyone else tried these twisted Rainbow Puinch? I saw these at Publix. You see a lot of different things. So I want to say, I want to try that. Everything's when you do YouTube and you're a content creator, especially one who does a lot of taste testing and a lot of different things, you're like, I want to try that. That's like, I mean, everything's a video. Oh, let's get these suckers out. I always love a good Sweetarts rope. Look how colorful they are. Twisted Rainbow Puinch. It's definitely twisted, guys. Let's see how it tastes. Never, just like ice cream, never had a bad Sweetarts rope experience. And it is definitely not one of them. These are good. I wouldn't say they're better than the cherry ones. I usually get the cherry ones. Yeah. Dad Cave is a great channel, so is Frontier Survival. Heath does a lot of good live streams as well. He does it far better than me. Heath over at Frontier Survival, you should definitely check him out. I've heard about the one chip challenge. I don't have that one. So lately, in my youth, hot things would bother me a lot. My dad ate a lot of hot things, and he was always making me try them, bribing me. But as I've gotten older, I discovered hot things don't bother me as much. So I'm eager to see if the peppers and the nitro gummy bear, I'm sure it'll be hot. I'm not trying to front here. I'm sure it's going to burn me from head to toe and everywhere else in between. But I'm definitely apprehensive, put it that way. I love the Dad Cave's creative projects that he does. Really cool. I'll have to go and if you did that video, the hot chip challenge, Sean, I'll have to go check that out. If you want to leave the link here, you're more than welcome. Yeah, I love it when people connect. That's what a lot of these live streams are good for. connect with one another. I've been on this R21K challenge, this road to 1,000. Who isn't? If you've not already got 1,000 subscribers, everybody's on this road, whether you acknowledge it or not. It had a deadline of May 31st to try to get there. We're almost, we got a quarter away, 3/4 of the way there. I'm just one sub shy of 750 right now. Because everybody else who's in YouTube land knows up and down the sub count. YouTube loves to jerk you around with a sub count. And that's fine. All well and good. It's all part of it, right? I have a good time regardless. But we're still hovering around 749. And I'm grateful. We will get there. By the end of this year is the new deadline. By December 31st. So before it hits 2022, I definitely like to get to that 1,000 level. And it's just everybody thinks that magical monetization level, 1,000 subscribers. That's not really. You still got to have 4,000 watch hours. Well, so these live streams are good for that. If you don't know that, folks, you're looking for watch hours. Live streams are good for that. But you got to produce content, watchable, relatable content. Thumbs up. Awesome. I love it when people connect and help one another out. That's what it's all about, right? Just a chit-chat brainstorming session. We're just going to try some Sweetarts ropes. This is good, by the way. There's Twisted Fruit Punch, Rainbow Puinch. This is good stuff. But we're all here to support one another, encourage one another, revive one another. It's sort of like a revival. When you go to church on Sunday, you need that re-energizing and this get you through the week. The revival is sort of like a mega boost for your soul to get you through the rest of the year. And so connecting with other YouTubers and people we associate with, people we watch and pay attention to. It's good to have a community of friends and people that we support. That's always awesome. But I was getting at, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I'm not crazy to think I want to get to monetization level. And just because you get to monetization, that doesn't mean you're finally there, you're done. Oh, no. There's a whole nother. That's just the beginning, really. When you finally get monetized, that's just the beginning. Because if you don't put out content, that YouTube likes, they're not going to help you. You don't have a big, loyal fan base that are actually watching your content and you get racking up actual watch time after you're monetized, you're not going to make any significant money. Oh, wow. Heath has a good milestone to celebrate. 700. All right. Well, I know that feeling. You get to a milestone and you're like, dang. Yeah, fluctuation. That's like killer for your self-esteem. It's like that's why I do these milestone celebrations. Like I just did the 600 milestone celebration after I got to 700. And when I get to 800, I'll do the 700 milestone celebration. Excuse me. I'm spitting out all over the place. Get excited, I guess. Y'all making me excited. Y'all are giving me some energy, guys. I've been working hard all day, not feeling it. I haven't been put out more than shorts in the last couple of weeks, but y'all are definitely energizing me, guys. Thanks for coming on and energizing me. I think it is. You're right. It fluctuates because people will subscribe. They'll like subscribe and then they'll not watch or interact with your channel, or they just hit the sub button and they're not actually watching a video for any significant amount of time for that to stick. But I also think YouTube goes in there regularly and just goes, whoop, take it off. Not genuine. And for those reasons and more, whatever they decide, it's ridiculous. YouTube is not the greatest partner. It's the partnership program, but they're not the greatest partner. They're in it to make money. That's why they're putting ads on everybody's stuff now. But I think that's kind of cool. Obviously, we talked about this before, but they put ads on your content now. I think, well, if they think they can make money off my content, now I know I'm not making any money off of it, then that's fine with me. It kind of like actually a little bit of is a little bit affirming that at least, hey, content is worth to somebody. um, yeah, Shonda is very supportive. She is. She's very creative in her own content. Uh, I really appreciate her always being supportive and being there. She always ships in on the live streams. I really thank her for that. I haven't been as supportive of anybody really lately. I've been just sort of sticking my head in the ground, keeping my head focused on work and life and doing things. But I definitely want to get back into it as much as possible. Anybody else have a milestone to share or a view? I got to 80,000 views lately too. That was pretty cool. Pushing on. Those shorts really help you with the views. Well, I appreciate that, Heath. It is a good group page, the Facebook group page. I love that page. I wish it could be everything I envision it to be. I know I haven't really been on there a lot lately as much as I'd like to be. But I definitely... Oh, yeah, I see you. We're going to bring on the Dad Cave. We're going to add him in here.
Hey, check it out.
Hey, there you are. I didn't see you. I'm glad you sent that message. I was just talking away. That's what I did.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It's actually pretty cool. I've never done this with StreamYard before.
Yeah, I haven't done it that much. You've noticed a lot of people doing it, and I was like, hey, why not try it out? It's free. And you can set it up. You can associate your channel, your Facebook, everything with it. You can even do multi-streams across different social media at the same time.
Yeah, I got that set up. I actually did I set up through Restream. So I can stream now to Facebook, Twitter. Yeah. I don't know if anybody even uses that anymore.
Who does? I don't even think I've been.
I set up a Twitter account just because every other YouTuber out there has one. And I think I got one person following me.
Well, it takes effort. We got to put work into it, I guess, sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But it's better to have it than not have it, I guess. It's like a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's what the kids say anyway. They're all Snapchatting at work. I see all the kids at work. They're like, you got Snapchat? I don't think I want to deal with Snapchat. That's not something. That's what the kids do. Well,
TikTok's the big one now.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I love TikTok in the way because, you do the YouTube shorts, and they're real handy. But TikTok, they're trying to rival with TikTok. And the YouTube's getting there, and the shorts are really helpful for me to, just kind of be able to do something, stay creative, but also do it faster and more creatively and kind of force yourself into this quick and easy kind of method. But it does help with the views. It helps. It's bring a lot of new eyeballs to my channel. So if you haven't tried the shorts, you should definitely. You can even repurpose a lot of your older content into certain shorts as long as it's in a format that they want.
Yeah.
I'll do also TikTok. They have a little bit better bells and whistles on TikTok. So you can do a TikTok and then kind of with the idea you're going to gear it towards YouTube at the same time. So I use both, cross purposes. I think that's handy to have.
Yeah, I did. I put up a couple of shorts, and I actually was pretty surprised at just how many people it reached in such a short period of time. The very first short I uploaded, I think it went up to well over 600, 700 views in just like the first hour. And
that is pretty cool.
My count jumped by like 20. I was like, whoa, okay.
And the thing I've noticed about, we were talking about fluctuation of subs. If you get a sub through shorts, they stick pretty good. You don't fluctuate too much because I think that's sort of built in there. By the nature of the shorts, it's all fast and people hit subscribe very, randomly. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everybody like me. I do a lot of food and drinks and stuff reviews. It's like, I'm not going out of my way to do these. These are stuff I'm buying anyway. I'm going to eat lunch anyway, so I might as well do food porn. I'm looking at my food, and why not take a picture of it?
Well, I saw when I was getting my laptop set up, I saw you had the spicy gummy bear. There was something else that you had up there.
Yeah, I was talking about things that I've got coming up. I haven't done because people have given me. I've got this little nitro, world's hottest
I've
gummy
seen
bear.
that one.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I'm not a huge guy on hot and spicy stuff, but I think I could get into it though. A lot of people do, you know. I might do that.
I think you remember I did when I hit 300 subscribers, I did that spicy noodle challenge.
Yeah, I do remember.
And that was, let me tell you, that was pretty intense. I don't know if anybody's ever tried those Korean spicy noodles.
Yeah.
But man,
I haven't tried them, but
and that wasn't even like the spiciest one. They have one it's the 2 times spicy, and I'm scared to try that. I threw down the challenge. I said in that video, when I hit 500 subscribers, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm worried because I just passed 400. So
you're gonna get there before you know it.
Yeah.
Are you doing TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
I'm not. My friends, my coworkers send me stuff that they find on there, you know, funny things like that. I'm finding it a challenge just to try to manage YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You know, I like to say that woodworking and you know, doing YouTube is you know, is my hobby, but it really is like a full-time job in and of itself.
Oh,
so
it is.
I get
Especially
home,
if you want to do it at any level. You want to do it at any confident level where you feel good about it. It's definitely. That's why I like these shorts. It's sort of, you know, I'm always been a creative guy. I like writing, you know, I like reading and stuff like that. Poetry was always a quick and easy way to be creative and not have to agonize over something. And so shorts for me are like a quick little poem. You know, I'm going to do this, throw it out there, try to get some views and subs, and then maybe not kill myself like I had been doing for a while, like trying to do so much and posting every day. That was too much.
No, it's a lot. And I'm definitely trying to sit there and go and also, you know, edit. And then if you're trying to take content that you're doing from, you know, an actual YouTube video and then put it into like Instagram or Facebook or something like that, and you got to edit that and you got to put it in the right format. And so I've gotten to, I kind of just use Instagram now as because I'm doing woodworking as a business. So I use it to promote some of the stuff I'm working on, some of the stuff I'm making, but then also some of the new videos I have coming up, or trying to do pictures of stuff in between videos just to try and keep up engagement, keep people interested. But that's a challenge too.
I haven't really kept up with Instagram or Facebook a lot. I do the Facebook group, you know, that you've seen, but I don't really. I just do YouTube and TikTok right now. I need to get back into all that.
What do you got coming up next? What's your next video project?
I want to do the. I have an idea for. I have this straight razor that I got for Christmas. It's not a straight razor. It's one of those old safety razors that you put the razor in that, you know, twists shut.
Yeah.
Kind of my dad used to have. They call them safety razors. I got one of those, and I found out I started thinking about I want to try it. So I was like a month ago. I used it for the first time, and I was like the whole time I was scared, you know. And I was like, it was her, you know. I realized that I wasn't doing it right. So I finally got some shave butter. I had heard about that, and I got some shave butter in one of those brushes, and that worked beautifully. And I love a good close shave when I actually shave. And so I'm thinking that would make a good video to show how a safety razor would work. I also want to do these hot challenges.
Hold on, I'm going to shut my garage.
I love your dad cave. I wish I had a dad cave.
Oh, thank you. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I have a little building, but it ain't nowhere near where I want it to be right now. That's too hot out there. I haven't done any woodworking projects in forever. I want to. I have this table I want to build for the outside patio. Use some reclaimed lumber.
Yeah.
Lumber is so expensive still these days. It's so crazy.
The tables you see here behind me, I actually got those from a lady that that actually lives right around the corner from me.
Mhm.
She was giving away furniture. She was just getting rid of stuff that was in her garage, and she had a coffee table that she was just wanting to get rid of.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I said, "Well, gee, you know what? That would make a great project. My wife's been wanting me to get a coffee table, so let me go there, grab it, and take a look at it." So,
They sure don't make furniture like they used to. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, it's solid stuff. In fact, I actually did a video on it, and it's one of the ones that's up there that I refinished the coffee table, so you see how it looked before and then after.
Yeah, I think I did see that.
Yeah. So it was that table. So a couple days ago, she goes and she sends me a message on Instagram, quite a while later, and says, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I got, you got the coffee table from me, and I saw what you did with it. By the way, I'm moving. I've got the matching end tables if you want them." So I'm like, okay, definitely. So I picked those up, and that's going to be a project.
Nothing like free.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm a scavenger from way back. I see something nice beside the road. I'm going to stop and get it. My kids, they hate that. They're like, they see me slow down. They're like, oh, great. He saw something. I was like, yep, we're going to run across this road and get this. My entertainment center is an old chest of drawers that I found beside the road, and it was missing one drawer. And I said, that's fine. That's where the satellite box can go, and
DVD player.
Exactly. Yeah, I still got one of those, I think. It's old, we're old school. I got the idea from I think yours is different. I put buy me a drink, that buy me a drink or buy me a coffee or buy me a beer. Yeah. I think I got the idea from you from that actually. And I've been doing that. And it was cool the other day. I got a donation from this random people that donated, and he was like from this restaurant chain, and he was like the social media director from this restaurant chain, and he had saw this video that I did on his restaurant, one of his restaurants, and he donated, and I was like, that's pretty cool, when someone sees something that it was a year old and I had forgotten all about it, and it was pretty cool for someone to find that and see that and decide, hey, I'm going to donate.
Yeah. Well, I was, when I saw that, I thought to myself, it's like, well, that'd be, that's pretty cool. And I figured it's something that maybe people would be interested in doing. I know the patron was another one that was out there, and I'm like, well, probably not that level, but definitely could probably get somebody to buy me a beer at some point. So I was thinking, because I do this. We've gone to Bevmo or Total Wine and Spirits. I don't know if you have any of those by you, but we go in there, me, my wife, and her family, sisters, and we could walk those aisles for hours just looking at everything and like, oh, well, that looks good. Maybe we should try this. Let's try that. And so I thought, how many other people do that? And then, if you go to Total Wine or Bevmo, they do sell individual beers. And so I thought it would be pretty cool that maybe the idea is somebody goes and they buy me a beer, be like, well, by the way, if you do, leave me a comment. Tell me what beer it is that you want to try that you've never tried it, and I will go buy that beer and try it.
That's a great idea. You could do shorts on that. You could definitely do a short. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Now I just got to get somebody to buy me a beer.
Yeah, I know. I only got a few, but I wanted to thank you for that idea because, like you said, I know the Patreon and a lot of different things, but I'm like, no, they don't. That's too highfalutin for me. I wanted something more simple and easy to use and a little less obvious, So I was like, when I heard about that, I was like, I'm gonna check that out, and it was just exactly what I was looking for, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, you can do, and the T-shirts too. That's the other thing. I started actually just doing that. In fact, this is actually one of them. It's
yeah, that's cool. I like
that. So I get mine done through Teespring, and the nice thing about that, you don't have to have like a large amount of subscribers or anything. You can just put your images up there, and it's a print-on-demand service. You get. It costs you a little bit of money to do it, but I mean, ultimately, easiest way to go, and you don't have to worry about it.
I think I did do a Teespring. I think I did have one. No one's ever bought anything from it, but I needed to redo that. It was a long time ago. I forgot about it. You said something, but I did do something a while back. That's a good. I like the print on demand thing. It's kind of less stress on you. Why not?
Oh yeah, no. If I had to make T-shirts and run YouTube channel and stuff, no.
They forget it. Right?
That's my full-time job.
Talk about full-time job for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy being creative. I've always been that AV guy. I've always been that guy taking pictures, driving my family crazy, and like I want to capture these moments, And
Right.
some years ago when I lost my dad, I was like, I wish I had all these things that I could look back on, in a concrete way, just because my memory, our memories are our memories, but once they're gone, or once they're faded, it's hard to put into an essence of the feelings you have about them. So I'm like, I did this whole YouTube thing really to keep myself creatively engaged, but also to capture those moments, share those moments with others. Yes. Help others. Yes. That's been the best part of it. Connecting with a community of creators and helping them, and they help me in turn. But I want to make those memories for my kids. They don't care. They're teenagers. They don't care right now about a lot of things other than whatever that suits their fancy at the moment. But they will one day, and they'll be grateful, hopefully, for those things that I've captured here. And so,
well, yeah,
it's all about
it's
for
funny
me.
you mentioned that. I actually just came across something recently. One of the things I did, I guess about a year or so ago, I started actually looking up my genealogy, going back, looking up ancestors, and trying to just trace things back as far as I could. And I was actually able to go back quite a number of years, and you can see the progression, from where my ancestors came from in Europe and Ireland. You can see all that, and it's really cool to kind of see that. So when I was doing that, one of the things I came across something that I got from my grandmother, where she was doing that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool because she had on there some letters or some written notes on there, and I could see everything in her handwriting. And her handwriting was just so unique that it was completely unlike anybody else's handwriting. It was perfect. It was artistic. I mean, it's the most beautiful writing I've ever seen. And I see that, and it brings back all those memories, all those, times growing up as a kid, being able to spend time with her, and, just all those things just start flooding back into your mind. And now, kids, yeah, same thing. At some point in time, my kids will hopefully be able to look back on my channel and say, look at, that was my dad. I probably never get to the point of Steve Ramsey and having that kind of a woodworking channel, but that's okay.
Hey, we all have our niches and our places that, for a reason. And we're all, if we're constantly surprised by our own inventiveness in whatever we're doing, so we're going to look back in our old age, and see all these wonderful things we used to do when we could walk upright and stringing two coherent thoughts together. I appreciate it. I appreciate the time and the effort it takes to creating something, and that's what I've always liked about woodworking. My dad was a carpenter.
Okay.
He built houses, and I worked with him a lot during the summers and the holidays, and when I was out of school. And I was more of a glorified gopher. I was the guy toting things, cleaning up, but I learned a few things. And this generation's now, speaking of my own kids, I'm like, they learning things. They're smart. They're really good in the things that they are good at. But I was like, it's hard to imagine the generations today, following their dads, seeing their dads, working with their dads and with their hands, and learning things like building a house, how to build something, how to actually nail a nail straight. And I just remember those lessons my dad taught. And they were not like, here, I'm going to teach you something. I'm just going to, it was a necessity. You just learn by doing and watching and paying attention. And I think that's sometimes a lost art these days. Just paying attention and watching. I remember when I would have, because I never had to buy a piece of wood. I never had to go to the store. That was like a foreign thing to me, because my dad brought so much scrap home from every job he did. We had piles and piles over it, all the acres. It's like, wood pile number 17. I'd go to that pile, and I needed a 2x4. I just go look for it, and I never had to buy anything. And if I had a project in mind and I wanted to build something, I was big into shells because I could build something symmetrical about shells. And when I first moved out and I had my little bachelor pad, I had like 14 shelves I ended up with in my little house. And, I had a lot of books too, because I'm an old school English major and I have a lot of books. And, and a lot of that's in storage now. But I remember thinking, man, I sure love to make shelves, apparently. But I haven't made a good shelf in a long time.
Yeah. Well, now in the days, people just go and they run down to Home Depot or Walmart and they buy the one out of the box and like, oh, that one, I'll take that, and go home and put it up. And it's just the cheap pressed wood material.
It's so awful.
It is. I've seen some decent ones, and it's like, okay, that's not bad, but definitely, it's like there's just something about having things that are done handmade out of wood in your home. I still do it. I walk into the kitchen where I have my bar that I built for my wife, and I see it, and it's like, that's right. It's like I made that, And yes, absolutely, there is nothing wrong with being a handyman.
That's right.
Too fluffy beard. And you know what? Being broke helps, because when you're broke,
oh yes,
spend to pay somebody to fix it, you better learn how to do it yourself.
My dad was a Renaissance man. He could do everything. He could fix your car, your plumbing, your wire, your house. He could, and that his generation, that's what they had to. You didn't go hire somebody. You didn't go. You figured it out. If you wanted it to work, you figured it out. I couldn't work in the car to save my life. I might could change your oil if I was desperate, but I'm awful with vehicles. But if you give me some wood, I can build you something. But I'm a woodworker, but I'm not a car or metal guy. That's not me at all.
I was that kid that took stuff apart when it broke. So if something broke, I took it apart, tried to figure out how it worked, tried to fix it. I don't think I ever threw anything away. Although it's funny because now it's like something breaks and I'm like, damn, I don't have time to take it apart. Let me I'll just go buy another one.
Yeah. Well, this all made so cheaply now. It isn't cost productive. It's not productive to try to fix something a lot of times, because the fixing it costs more than buying another one, like a toaster. You can go get a toaster pretty cheap. Whatever the Chinese, they make everything so cheap.
Yeah, well, no, everything's being sent out, so it's cheaper to make outside the U.S. But even down to even down to cell phones. Like my son, I just replaced the battery on his iPhone, and my wife's like, "Do you know how to do that?" I'm like, "Sort of."
It's like I do now.
It's like I do now. Figure it out.
That's to me. Even now, when a lot of things come up, it's like I always want to look and add value. So like at my work, I want to look and add value to my job to make myself, more valuable. And so, like the kids these days, they like, you know how to do that? I'm like, no, but I mean, it can't be that hard, So I watch people when technicians come around fixing things or taking things, fixing things or changing things. I'm like, I'm asking questions. I'm talking to them, And when you find a good handyman or a good fix-it guy who's willing to take the time and explain something to you very well, I mean, that's the best thing in the world for me. It's like, okay, I want to understand how this is supposed to work. So if it breaks again, maybe I can fix it and save my boss some money, I'll look good in his eyes maybe. So, and that's what I always try to do.
Well, the other, the funny thing is now with YouTube and, with that being a search engine, you can go on there and just look at anything, figure out how to do anything. But, I do have my limitations. There's some stuff that I won't touch, and they're like, when it comes to electrical, there's some stuff I won't even attempt to. I'll call my brother-in-law. Luckily, he's an electrician.
Yeah. That's very, very good at the philosophy, because that can be dangerous.
Oh yeah, no, I made one mistake and I won't do that again.
I've actually been electrocuted 12 times, I think. 12 times over the years, just over the fact that,
Kid Savage says, acknowledge me.
Yeah, Kid Savage he needs attention. I did say hello to you already, Kid Savage. But I appreciate you coming in. I think it's about time for me to round it up and go find some supper. But I do appreciate you coming in. I appreciate everybody coming in, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know.
Yeah, awesome. I'll try. I never plan these very well, But good night, y'all, and good night, Keith. Good night, everybody. Shonda and Kid Savage, Quackamoo. That's Fluffy George.
Frontier Survival, if you got a channel, I'll have to go check yours out too.
Yeah, Frontier Survival. Heath is a really good channel. He does a lot of better with his live streams than I do. So hopefully he and I will connect next Thursday this time, and I'll get on his show. So maybe you can check in. All right, have a great day, y'all. Thanks for coming in.
All right, good night.
Bye.